my dear Prep 3 students. Mr. Hamada Ghair greets you. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to take Unit 13 from the new Hello curriculum at the observatory. Now with the second part, the grammar. Our rule today is reported speech WH question. When converting a question with an interrogative word, we follow the following steps. Number 1, we convert verb to say or say to ask, wonder, want to know. We convert said or said to asked, wondered, wanted to know. We delete the quote brackets, join with the same interrogative word, delete the question mark, and put full stop. Number 3, we convert the interrogative form into an informative sentence. We put the subject before the verb. This is an important step. We put the subject before the verb. We convert pronouns according to the meaning. We convert tenses and adverbs of time. We change the subject pronouns and other pronouns as following. Noun remains a noun, I, he, she, you, I, he, she, we, they. We change the other pronouns as following: me, him or her, you, me, him, her, us, them, my, his or her, your, my, his, her, our, their, mine, his or hers, yours, mine, his or hers, ours, theirs. If the verb to say is past, we change the tenses and the expressions of time as following. The present simple will be past simple, past perfect, or past simple. Present perfect, past perfect. Am is are, was were, have and has to, had to, will, would, can, could, may, might, shall, should, must, had to, or must. The expression of time: this, that, these, those, here, there, today, that day, tomorrow, the next or the following day, yesterday, the day before or the previous day, last week, the week before, tonight, that night, now, then, ago, before. You will face it like this. For example, Omar said to Samir, when will you pay your debt? Now I will start with someone who says the sentence or the question. Omar asked Samir. Omar asked Samir, and I will join with the same question word when, after I remove the quotation marks, when, and the very important step that I will use the subject before the verb. I will start with the subject. You will be he, and will be would. So when he would pay your debt will be his debt. He said, where is my telescope? He wanted to know. He wanted to know. I will remove the quotation marks and I will join with the same question mark where. Then I will start with the subject. Where is my telescope? Will be his telescope. Is will be was. His telescope was. He wanted to know where his telescope was. Important notes. Number 1. We remove the auxiliary verb do or does and convert the main verb to the past simple. Sarah said to me, what do you want? Asked. Sarah asked me what I wanted. I remove do and convert the main verb to the past simple. Want will be wanted. We remove the auxiliary verb did and convert the main verb to the past perfect. Where did you go, Tamer? I asked Tamer where he had gone. When verb to say is present, we don't change the tense. Where do you live? Nabil says to Hala. asks. Nabil asks Hala where she lives. Where she lives, we change the subject pronoun you to she, but we don't change the verb. Live will be lives according to the subject she. We don't change the tense. The tense is the present simple tense. Yes or no question. We convert yes, no question. We follow the following. When converting yes, no question, we follow the following steps. Number one, we convert say or say to ask, wonder, wanted to know. We convert said or said to ask it, wondered, wanted to know. We delete the quote brackets, join with if or whether. If or whether. Delete the question mark and put full stop. We convert the interrogative form into an informative sentence. We put the subject before the verb. This is the most important step. We put the subject before the verb. We convert pronouns according to the meaning. We convert tenses and adverbs of time. You will face it like that. Nora said, have you ever been to London, Maha? I want to use if or whether. Nora asked Maha, and I will join with if, and I will remove the quotation marks, and I will start with the subject. The subject you will be she. You ever been? If she had ever been to London. Have will be had. Are you an astronomer? The student said to the professor. If. The student asked the professor if. I will join with if and remove the quotation marks, and I will put the subject before the verb. The subject here is you. It will be he because he asked the professor. The professor is male, so we use he, and we'll change are to was. Are you will be he was, if he was an astronomer. Do you like Egypt? Tom said Mona. Mona asked Tom. I will join with if. He, you will be he because she asked Tom, and Tom is a boy. So Mona asked Tom if he like will be like it. If he liked Egypt. I want you to notice that we remove the question mark and put full stop. So here said to Hala, can you lend me some money? Use asked. So here asked Hala if she could lend her some money. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Number one. She asked him what is he doing? He was doing. He is doing. Was he doing? Okay. After we join with the same question word what, we will start with the subject. The subject here is he. Okay. So B or C. And we put the verb in the past. So we use he was doing. He asked me why space to work abroad. I wanted, do I want, did I want. We start with the subject, so I want or I wanted. Of course, I wanted in the past. Number C, they asked me if my parents space I was there. If my parents know, are knowing, have known, knew. Here we want the past is knew. He asked me space I had a driving license. Whether, what, how many, how high. We join with whether. They want to know who space the match. Did one, do when, does when. Who, of course, one, because we remove did or do or does. And we put the verb in the past. They want to know who won the match. She asked me which university had I been to, go I to, did I go to, I had been to. We start with the subject, so I had been to. She asked me if my uncle space I was trying to find another job. No, knows, knew, known. If my uncle, we want the past, knew. He asked why space to work for their company. Do I want, had I want, did I want, I wanted. We start with the subject I wanted. She wanted to know how space. I would I feel, do I feel, had I feel. We start with the subject I would feel. She asked me space I could tell her how old I was. How I could tell her when, why, if. She asked me if I could tell her. Rewrite the following sentence using the words in brackets. Do you like reading Taha? Asked the teacher. I want to use whether, so the teacher asked Taha whether he liked it. We start with the subject. You will be he because the teacher asked Taha. So whether he, and we remove do and put the main verb in the past. So he liked reading. And we remove the question mark and put full stop. Hania asked, when is the next bus leaving? Hania asked me. I will say Hania asked me when. I will join with the same question word when, and I will start with the subject, the next bus, and we will change or convert as to was. We will convert as to was when the next bus was leaving. Will you finish your homework before dinner? Karim asked his sister if. Karim asked his sister if she would finish her homework before dinner. How long does it take you to get to school? Warda asked Hala. How long it took her to get to school. We join with how long, the same question word, and start with the subject it, and remove does and put the main verb in the past. Take will be took, here to get school. What time do you get up in the morning? She asked me. She asked me what time I got up in the morning. She asked me what time, and the subject I, the verb get will be got because we have do, so we will remove do and put the main verb in the past simple, in the morning. Mother said to me, will you travel to Aswan by air? Wondered. Here I will say mother wondered. I can't use wondered me, okay? The mother wondered if. I will join with if or whether here. Whether. If, and we'll start with the subject. You will be I, okay? So because mother asked me, so mother wondered if I would be would. Mother wondered if I would travel to Aswan by air. What does your father do, Yara? Shuruk asked. Shuruk asked whom? Shuruk asked Yara. And I'll join with what? Her father. Instead of your father, her father. Does do will be did. We remove does and convert the main verb to the past. Do will be did. Mona said to Amr, where will your father travel tomorrow? Mona asked Amr where his father would travel the next day. Tomorrow will be the next day. He said to her, why was she sad yesterday? He asked her. Why, I join with why. She was will be had been or was. Okay, I can use the past simple. Okay, she had been or she was sad. Yesterday will be the day before. Where are you going now? She wanted to know. Where I was going. Then I join with where and I start with the subject I, and then are will be was. I was going. Now will be then. Now we are finished. See you soon. Goodbye.